Hello everyone, I'm JD and welcome back to my playthrough of Final Fantasy VI. Last time, Locke and Terra made it to the safety of the Kingdom of Figaro and met King Edgar. Unfortunately, while I thought they were safe there, the Imperial Court Mage Kefka showed up with a burning desire to find Terra, and they had to run for their lives. So then Edgar, Locke, and Terra made their way through a cave to the village of South Figaro, where we also met Shadow, who didn't join us yet, but maybe he will someday. And now we're getting ready to head into Mount Kolts to find the Returner base and meet Bannon. Let's go, shall we? So, real quick, I talked last time about the Belmadar having a weapon that you could steal, and off-screen I was able to finally steal it, Mithril Claws, Mithril Fighting Claws. We can't use those right now, but eventually we will. So let's head into the mountains. Mount Kolts. Gorgeous. They are, a palette-swapped, stronger version of the Megalodoth that we fought in Narshi. And they can hit pretty hard, so... Oh, shoot. I missed that I already stole from that one. My bad. I also gained some levels, not a lot. Oh, let's see. Now that auto crossbow is really good for clearing out encounters. Head down here. There are quite a few enemies through here. That's probably what I stole last time. I just wasn't paying attention. They do give quite a good amount of money, too. Treasure chest. Well, if we want to get that treasure chest, well, we can't go that way, but if we come down here, we can go around. Find a main gauche? I don't speak French. But it's a dagger. I know it means approximately left hand. Historically, it's supposed to be a left-handed dagger that you would have to help parry sword strikes, I believe. And it does increase Locke's evasion by 10. As well as his speed and his attack, which is nice. Well, obviously it increases his attack, but that increased speed is really nice. You'll run into a lot of equipment that boosts stats. They're always good things to have. Okay, side attack. This is basically the good guy version of the pincer attack. Same thing applies. If we attack them from behind, they'll take more damage. Wow, that's high encounter rate. Come up here. Nope. No. Wait. Sorry, I'm just getting a little frustrated with all these fights. And I did it again. Okay. Occasionally, that was a parry. Occasionally, depending on the weapon that the character might have equipped, they might parry instead of blocking with their shield, which is pretty cool. Okay, yes. We come up here. Find a Gigas Glove. Gigas Glove boosts the wearer's physical attack power. Basically, it makes your physical attacks do more damage. Now, I'm not sure if the boost from the Hyper Wrist is better than the boost from the Gigas Glove, but we'll test that in the next two fights. Okay, that was with a Hyper Wrist equipped. Now I've got him equipped with the Gigas Glove. Okay, so the Gigas Glove is definitely the better of the two pieces of equipment for Edgar right now. Oh, who was that shadowy character? Looks kind of familiar. Ah, too many fights. It just gets frustrating when you all of a sudden get thrust into a really high encounter rate or something. Like that. Ooh, these guys can poison you, the Trilliums. So, careful fighting them. But Edgar is on top of it. Anyway, with the bird, the Gorgias, the Trillium, and the bandit-type enemy, we fought all the enemies in this area, so. Ow. Ow. Okay, let's check out some of Edgar's other tools. We use a Noise Blaster. It confuses the enemies. And then once they're confused, theoretically, they can attack themselves. Like that. Ooh, save point. Okay, so at save points, we discussed this earlier, but you can use tents. And those will fully restore the entire party's HP and MP. And now, you notice there's a little crown at the top of the tent? Each character, with one exception, has their own unique tent design. Which is really, really cool. That was Edgar's. And notice everybody has full HP and MP. Well, Terra's the only one with MP right now, but that's beside the point. And that Poison Touch was the attack that would have poisoned me, except Terra has the Star Pendant equipped. That's why I got the star pendants back in South Figaro. Huh? Who's that guy? Is he the one we've been chasing this whole time? I'm gonna go ahead and move Lock to the back row. Just because. Yeah, Edgar can completely clear out encounters at this point. Wait, you know Sabin? Uh-oh. Time for a boss fight against this guy Vargas and his two bears. The Ipu? Not entirely sure how I pronounce that, but... So I moved everybody to the back row because these guys hit hard. But hey, I got a high potion from the one. Let's do a Bio Blaster. Bio Blaster is kind of like the Magitech ability Terra had. It does poison damage, and poisons the enemy potentially. Actually, I don't think it does damage, just poisons. Anyway. Now that the bears are down, we can attack Vargas. He has that powerful Gale Cut attack, which is not fun to deal with. Multi-target wind attack. Okay, so now it's Sabin versus Vargas, and Vargas opens with Doomfist, which sets us with a countdown timer, and when it hits 0, Sabin dies. Now, Vargas has tens of thousands of HP, so this isn't supposed to be a fight you win by attacking over and over. This is actually a tutorial battle for Sabin's ability Blitz. If you let it sit long enough, Sabin will tell you what to do. However, if you select Blitz, now this is on the iOS, Android, and Windows version. you'll see the 8 arrows around him, the 4 cardinal directions, and the corners. I'm not sure. So what you're supposed to do, Sabin's blitzes are kind of like fighting game inputs. You use a certain set of button commands to activate them. You have to get them right, or they won't activate. In the originals, in the Super Nintendo, PlayStation, and I believe Game Boy Advance versions, once you hit the first button, you had a second to get them all right. The iOS, Android, and Windows versions are a bit more forgiving. However, in the originals, if say there was an up left, the diagonal left arrow, you could bypass that by hitting the left button twice. And these versions, the later versions, iOS, Android, and Windows, you can't do that. You have to get all of them correct. So, what the game wants you to do is use a blitz to end the fight. Now, there's only one blitz that it will let you use right now. So, if I go left, right, left, select your... Now, if you had let it sit long enough, Sabin would have told you how to do that. So it's kind of a tutorial battle for his blitzes. And Vargas disappears. I think the implication is the blitz hurt him so badly that he just died. Alright, now we have a full team of 4. And note that Sabin joins at a much higher, well, not much higher, but at least a higher level than his brother. Now, if we go into abilities and click on Sabin, note that he has Blitz. And that will show you all the blitzes that he knows right now. Raging Fist, which is left, right, left, and then command. I said select earlier, but command. Aura Cannon, which is down, down, left, left. It was called Aura Bolt in the original. Raging Fist was called Pummel. Meteor Strike is up, right, up, left, down, up. It was called Suplex in the original version. And I'll demonstrate all of those as we go along. Alright, let's move on to the Saber Mountains. We have another tent. Replace the one that I just used. Okay, let's start with Aura Cannon. So down, down, left, left. Dang. That did a lot of damage. Now, let's do up right, up left, down, up. Alright, so yeah, Sabin is a powerful character. And while I'm thinking about it, that Mithril Claws I got earlier, it was for him. And he can also equip one of those two bucklers. Why a monk? Because that is what he is. Is equipping a shield? I don't know. And I'm going to go ahead and give him that hyper list. He also starts off with the highest base strength out of all our characters so far. Which makes sense considering how buff he is. And all the training he's gone through. Anyway, moving on. So we've made it through Mount Kolts. Let's head to the Returner hideout. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but if two characters' ATB bars are all the way up, you can use left and right to move between them. And the more blitzes you learn, the more complicated the button inputs become. Which probably makes sense, but... So we're at the Returner hideout. Alright, let's go meet Bannon. No pressure, Tara. Okay, so now we're in control of Terra, and what we want to do is find our other three party members and talk to them. meantime, we're also going to explore. There are some nice treasures we can pick up in here. Come down here, we can find a hidden passage and a white cape. I'm actually going to go ahead and equip that on Terra because it will increase her defense. Well, and her magic defense and her magic evasion. And it prevents Imp and Silence. Silence prevents you from using magic, basically. And Imp, as the name might imply, it turns you into an imp. We won't be seeing much of that status effect for a while, but it will come up eventually. Silence is the big one right now. Although, really, I'm just mainly using it for defense. So right here we have an item shop. Yeah, I'm gonna pick up some eye drops. And some tents. 3 should be enough for right now. There. Well, that basically cleared me out. That's fine. Come in here, we have an inn. Come over here. That little piece of paper that I just left there, there'll be a scene later. It doesn't impact the story at all, but... Alright, now that we've talked to Edgar, Seven, and Locke, come over here and talk to this guy. Oh, Bannon's outside. Alright, well, let's go talk to Bannon. Okay, so you can say yes or no. If you say yes, obviously the story will progress. If you say no, you'll be sent back inside, and you'll come back out. And if you say no to Bannon 3 times, the story will still progress. You'll get an item known as a Genji Glove. A Genji Glove is an item that allows you to equip a weapon in each hand. I am going to equip... I'm going to say yes. A gauntlet, it allows you to hold a weapon with both hands, increasing your attack power at the cost of equipping a shield. It does give you a 5 defense boost, though. The Genji Glove also gives you a defense boost at the cost of equipping a shield. And the Knight's Coat I got earlier, basically, if you equip it, the character will jump in front of other characters with low HP and defend them. I won't be using that very much. Alright. He has a plan! So that was when we left the scrap of paper there. If we hadn't, that wouldn't happen. It doesn't really affect the plot at all, it's just a neat little thing. Now, if you had said no 3 times and gotten the Genji Glove, the game would have skipped right to this part. Alright, so Locke has left our party. Now we have Bannon. Bannon is another temporary character who I strongly suggest you move to the back row immediately. Yep, we can't access his equipment, but if we go into his status, see he has 38 magic, 10 strength, 11 stamina, 24 speed. Yeah. And he has a command called Pray. Pray is really nice. It's basically a multi-target level 2 cure spell. Very nice. Let's see. I was gonna do some. Oh yeah. If we come in here, we note that wait, why do I have Locke's dagger and his shield? Well, here's the thing. In this game, if a character is going to be gone from your party for a long time, the game automatically unequips them. So that way you're not locked out of pieces of equipment for a long period of time that you could potentially give to another character. Nice little touch. And oh, I should have bought another plumed hat. Oh, I did. Anyway, let's move on. Oh, wait. It doesn't matter. Let's go down the Lethe River. Alright, so we cannot let Bannon die. If Bannon dies, it's game over. That's why I moved him to the back row, because he is horribly weak. So here it gives us an option. It doesn't really matter what you pick. These are the only 3 enemies regular encounters will come across, so. Congratulations, you've encountered all the enemies on the road. And that will be about as much healing as we'll need on it while we're here. So. Let's go ahead and let Terra put all our MP into flying things. Note the Wyvern is a flying enemy, so Meteor Strike will not... the Lesser Lopros is a flying enemy, so... Meteor Strike will not work on. Everything else is fair game. Flying enemies are immune to Meteor Strike, and so are enemies that have a... In the programming, they're tagged heavy, and so Sabin cannot lift them. Alright, so there's a save point, but I think we're good. Now, if you select up here, oh, they just blinded Terra, but we're just having to use magic, so that won't affect anything. Oh good, Bannon just gained a level. almost. Yeah, there's no reason to have Bannon do anything else other than use his prey ability. Alright, so we're back where we started. So, there was a trick you could do. I know on the Super Nintendo version, I'm not sure if turbo controllers existed on the PlayStation or not, but there's a trick you could do where if you were able to somehow hold down your command button, set have it set on up, set your cursor to memory, and have Edgar, auto crossbow, Bannon prey, and Sabin and Terra attack. Your characters would just do a loop right on here, and if you let it sit for a day or two, by the time you came back, your characters would be level 99. Thereby destroying what little difficulty this game already had, and what little difficulty this game had. Terra would have learned all of her level up magic by then, and basically every character that joined you after this would also be level 99. So yeah, it would destroy any chances of getting stat boosts that you can get later on in the game, but at level 99 you don't really need them. Anyway, go left. Yeah, like I said, this game is easy enough already. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and use a tent. That will get rid of the blind status on Terra and Edgar. Oh, and Bannon's job class is Oracle. Save Terra's MP and bang it. Oh well. Huh? Oh, I guess it's time for a boss fight. And it's everyone's favorite purple lecherous octopus. Ultros. So, Ultros is the big reason we want Bannon in the back row. And he is weak to fire. So, guess what Terra's going to be doing all fight? Every time you use fire on him, he says that. And then he attacks Terra. Ow. Oh. Well, at a certain point, there's a chance it will single target Bannon with its tentacle attack, and that will kill Bannon if he's not in the back row. So, anyway, that went really fast. Uh-oh. 7 goes one way and we go the other way. And that... Alright, and now we have something that's pretty unique to this game out of all the Final Fantasies. We have 3 different sets of characters. They each have their own scenario, and we get to pick which scenario we want to do first. We have to do all 3 of them, but you can pick them in any order you want. And currently, we are controlling our good friend Mog the Moogle. And I think that's a good place to stop for the day. So, thank you all for joining me. Leave a like or comment below. I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day. Goodbye.